whether you have a contract or not. None for data.
Live right now. Here. Wait a minute.
Don't say my name. My name is.
Rich Vice is on here too. Rich Vice is on. John? Rich is here on YouTube.
Good evening, everybody. We're going to call the meeting to order. If everyone can stand up and have a moment of silence, and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. is there anybody recording? Val, Stratton? Is that it? Okay. I know everybody's aware that Jim Westbrook passed away this morning. We have some things that we just needed to do as a board. I also have a letter that Jim wrote June 4th that he wanted me to read tonight. He had planned on being here, even if he could only be here for a few minutes. But, so in light of the news of Jim's passing this morning, we just want to do what is on the agenda. And the board has had a long day. The employees, the staff has had a very long day. Our prayers are with Kathy and his family as they're making arrangements. They are making arrangements and they plan on having a memorial up here for him. So we'll let you all know about that. So with that, we just wanted to do what was on the agenda and end the meeting. So that we can go home. So with that said, the first item for business is the pickleball courts. Treasurer Jim Westbrook loves playing pickleball, and as a way to honor him, we would like to name the pickleball courts after him. My recommendation is approving naming of the pickleball courts after Jim Westbrook as a tribute to him. Before I go on to that, I want to let you know that this was only about the pickleball court. It wasn't the lines. It wasn't about the tennis courts. It wasn't about anything like that. We knew that Jim's time was limited. We didn't realize, we thought we had some more time. Tuesday, the sign came in and I was able to bring it over to his house. So he has had the sign in his house since Tuesday. He could not believe it. He was very happy. He looked like a kid in a toy store with his sign. Kathy had it in different places wherever he was in the house. So it was just a small gesture on our part that we did this to thank Jim. And as people know, when people do tributes to somebody, they're already passed away, you know, naming a park or something like that. We wanted to give this to him and to let him know what we were doing before he passed away. That was our whole intent of it, nothing else. So with that, I make a motion to approve naming the pickleball courts after Jim Westbrook and attaching the sign to the fence at the court. Do I have a second? Is there a discussion? And I know, Val, you had filled out something here.
Val Stratton, Unit 3. I had the pleasure to be able to work with Jim this past year, and he is definitely a delight, was a delight, and every moment that I saw him, he was doing something for the committee, if it wasn't, or for the community, if it wasn't picking up chairs, it was working with the finance committee, helping the men's club, just giving so much of his time. And now that in hindsight, we saw that it was so precious time. With that all said, Brookridge does have a venue or a procedure or a standard operating procedure to honor people, and it's called the honorary wall. And while we all love Jim, and there's no denying that, I am concerned about starting a precedent where residents are honored by having an asset named after them. Case in point, should something happen to Maria's Story, maybe the walls in this clubhouse should be called the Maria Story walls, because she decorates them every month. I think a better venue would be to put his name on the honorary wall, of which there are 48 wonderful people that have done things like establish a traffic light out there on Cortez and some other really groundbreaking things. And you got to admit, Jim did groundbreaking things. He got us the Spectrum money and, you know, many, many other things. So I would hope that the board would do whatever they have to do to get him on the honorary wall, and whatever they do, please do not disservice Mildred Foster, who gave so much of her many, many, many years to the tennis courts. Thank you.
Thanks, Val. And just to let everybody know, the sign is not a huge sign. It's, I don't know, Arlene, would you say maybe? It's a very small sign, 14 by 22, something like that. It's a very small sign. Is there any?
I'm waiting for Richard here.
Okay.
He says the tennis courts are named after Millie Foster and somebody else, and just that if Millie can represent tennis, then why can't Jim represent pickleball? That's word for word.
Okay, thank you.
I make a motion to approve naming the pickleball courts after Jim Westbrook and attaching the signs to the fence at the courts in honor of Jim and the work he's done for Brookridge.
All in favor? Aye. Do we have Richard?
I'm waiting for him.
Okay.
Yes.
Unanimous. The next item on the agenda was submitted by Jim. It is for the new. It is the new treasurer for BCPO. He wrote, due to the health reasons, I, Jim Westbrook, wish to temporarily reassign my position as treasurer. I highly recommend replacing the position with Linda Walls. She is aware and is up to date with Brookridge Community's finances. I feel she will be an asset as treasurer. I wanna let everybody know also that Jim thought this was a bump in the road for him. And it was made, to be known to Jim that Linda wholeheartedly agreed to it, that when he had got over the bump in the road, that Linda would be running with the books to give them back to him. So the only thing we're gonna do is just reassign Linda to the position of treasurer. So he writes, I, Jim Westbrook, propose that BCPO board assign the position of treasurer to Linda Walls. So I make a motion for Jim. I, Jim Westbrook, propose that BCPO board assign the position of treasurer to Linda Walls. Do I have a second? Do I have any discussion?
I'm waiting for him.
Okay.
He votes yes.
All in favor? Aye. Is Miss Hardy here? Oh, there she is. Okay, did you want to do this?
Debbie, I'm sorry, did you want to read this letter? Debbie, excuse me, did you want to read this letter?
Arlene, what I thought, and I had mentioned to everybody is, right before we adjourn, actually, we just have this one thing left. I was gonna read Jim's letter and then we'll adjourn the meeting. Okay?
Topic, Finance Committee as per Brookridge SOP 8.2. The Finance Committee is an advisory committee consisting of 5 to 7 members set up to assist with budget preparation and analysis, review facts, and gather information and alternatives. The committee's conclusions and recommendations are reported to the BOD. The BCPO treasurer serves as chairperson and shall select committee members and submit the names to the BOD for approval. The committee shall follow the same notice, quorum, minutes, and voting requirements imposed on the BOD. Recommendation: approve member Barbara Hardy to serve on the Finance Committee.
So I make a motion to approve, member Barbara Hardy to serve on the finance. Do I have a second? Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Barbara, you want to step up and I will swear you in?
Yes.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been appointed to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the governing documents of Brookridge Community Property Owners Incorporated, that you will, in all your acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of the citizens of Brookridge and the welfare of its membership. Do you swear? You may lower your hand. By the virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I I do hereby proclaim you as a duly appointed Finance Committee member and officially installed into the office.
I'm gonna, go ahead and read, Jim's letter, that he had sent. And then after that, we would really like as a board if we could just adjourn the meeting. Dear community, it is with the utmost sincerity that I want to thank the Brookridge community members for putting their finances, faith, and trust in me. I have tried my best to do what is right for all of us that live here in this great community. I have confidence that the ability to get interest income for our community will be able to continue. Linda Walls has my backing and support to continue as treasurer at this point. I want you all to know that I enjoy this community and the people who have chosen it as their home. I have enjoyed living here. Thank you. With great respect, Jim Westbrook, Brookridge Community Member, Treasurer, BCPO, June 4th, 2024. So again, if somebody came in late, Kathy is making arrangements and we will have a memorial here and we will let everybody know. So with that, I would like to adjourn the meeting.
Got a second?
And do I have a second to adjourn? All in favor? Thank you, everybody, very much.